worship live from America's Keswick. It's Wednesday, October 21st, and lots of good things happen on October 21st. Zach Welte was born on...
He was our surprise, just like you had a surprise with Carter.
Well, no, Carter wasn't a surprise, only a surprise to everyone else. He was a surprise. Jordan was our surprise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But there was a
long, yes. So it was, yes, it was a surprise. We wanted to have Carter, so it wasn't a surprise, but.
No, it wasn't a surprise to any of us, really. But we're not going to go there.
Let's just move on.
But it's also Pastor John Strain's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Pastor Strain.
Yeah, happy birthday, Pastor Strain. He serves at the Pines at Whiting as a chaplain, and we're grateful for Zach and for Pastor Strain.
Yep.
Yes, and today, but I have to go back because I did just say something weird. I said that we wanted to have Carter. We wanted to have Jordan, too, once we found out we were going to have him.
I think you're digging yourself in deeper.
I know. Just saying I wanted Jordan, too. It just wasn't planning on him. Go ahead.
So you didn't... no, I won't go there.
So today is National Pumpkin
Cheesecake
Cheesecake Day.
National...
Pumpkin Cheesecake.
I like
Do you like pumpkin cheesecake? I'm not a big cheesecake person, but...
I don't know.
I like cheesecake.
Anything with pumpkin is good.
I like chocolate. If you put chocolate on top of it.
That's right.
Today is also National Hagfish Day.
What is a hagfish?
Well, I looked it up because I had no idea, and I wanted to be sure that it was actually like something real and not something bad. And it was it looks like an eel. It looks snake-like anyway.
Maybe we have those in the Keswick Lake.
I hope not. But I'm not getting it
I'm not checking it out either.
Today is also National Medical Assistance Recognition Day. And so I don't know too many medical assistants, but Jordan, our son, is a medical assistant.
That's right. So there you go, Jordan. Well, shout out to you today.
Even though they wanted Carter first.
And today I'm grateful for clean water. Thankfully, we don't have to drink the lake water.
But see, I'm convinced that the reason why we're so all COVID-free here at Keswick is we've been drinking in the well water here for so long that we've built up an immunity.
That's
the only thing that they say it affects is hair loss, but it hasn't bothered me yet.
Well, Robert did have hair when he came here.
That's a full head of it. Anyway, hair's way overrated anyway.
That's right.
Sure it is. Well, I'm going to sing a song today, one of my favorites. I love this song. Well, I want to be remembered as the girl who sang her songs for Jesus Christ, who was willing to lay down her life and do His will no matter what the price. Well, I'm singing for the deaf man who can hear about salvation through my song. And I'm singing for the blind man who can see the light in me and come along. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. And when other houses crumble, mine is strong. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. That you see the light in me and come along. There are times when I am tempted to turn off this rugged road I travel on. There are times when I say, Jesus, can't you find another girl to sing your song? Well, I know it's not that I'm the only one who can sing this melody, but He's chosen me to bless me and to lead me into what is best for me. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. that you see the light in me and come along. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. And when other houses crumble, mine is strong. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. That you see the light in me and come along. That you see the light in me and come along.
Fun little song. And before we play this next song, this happens to be a favorite song of my mom's. And so it's called The Lily of the Valley. And I thought, well, since it's her favorite song, let me look up and see if there's any information about it. And sure enough, kind of an interesting story, and it connects the Salvation Army. So I'm just going to read this to you. The Lily of the Valley was written in 1881 by Charles Fry. And he was inspired by the imagery in the Song of Solomon. I am the rose of Sharon, the lily of the valleys. Like a lily among the thorns, so is my darling among the maidens. Like an apple tree among the trees of the forest, so is my beloved among the young men. In his shade I took great delight and sat down. He has brought me to his banquet hall, and his banner over me is love. Song of Solomon 2:1-4. After reading these words of Scripture, Mr. Fry sat down and wrote about a personal, intimate relationship with Jesus. Those words became the hymn, The Lily of the Valley. The song was first published in December of 1881 in the edition of The War Cry, which is the Salvation Army National Magazine. Mr. Fry declared that he had found a friend in Jesus. He compared the beloved in Song of Solomon to Jesus as the lily of the valley. One commentary explains, undoubtedly this lily of the valley symbolizes the sweetness, purity, fruitfulness, humility, and healing qualities of Jesus Christ. Fry could see only in Jesus all he needed to be cleansed and be made fully whole. He declared that Jesus was his comfort in sorrow and in trouble because Jesus has told him to roll every care on him, for he cares. Jesus is indeed the lily of the valley, the bright morning star. He's the fairest of 10,000s to my soul. So who was Charles Fry? He was born in Wiltshire, England. He followed in his father's footsteps and became a bricklayer by trade. However, he was a versatile musician, playing the violin, cello, piano, cornet, and harmonium. And he led an orchestra and band at the Wesleyan Chapel in Alderbury. Mr. Fry did not like the abuse he saw heralded at the Salvation Army when they established a ministry in 1878 Salisbury, where the Fry family lived and worked. Mr. Fry and his 3 sons offered to serve as bodyguards for the Salvation Army workers. The next day, the 4 men arrived with their weapons. These weapons consisted of 2 cornets, a trombone, and a small tuba. In between fighting off the troublemakers, the Fry men played their music, and it attracted crowds for the preaching. This was the first Salvation Army brass band. Mr. Fry and his sons continued to work for the Salvation Army, and it was during this time that he wrote The Lily of the Valley. And the tune was adapted from the song Little Old Log Cabin. So here is The Lily of the Valley.
tries to give me reasons why I shouldn't serve the Lord. They say don't believe it if you can't touch or see it. It must not be worth living for. But they can say what they will, 'cause my hope is built on more than the eye can see. And I'm here to say this is the only life for me. And the longer I know Him, the more that His peace is abiding in me. And my faith is deeper now than when I first believed. Though the path where He leads me may not be easy, sometimes I don't understand. Oh, I just have to say, this is the only life for me. Now I am not saying that all of my days have turned out right. I have my share of trouble when life is a struggle. The sun just refuses to shine. But in my darkest hour, I find His power. He gives me the strength I need. And I'm here to say, this is the only life for me. And the longer I know Him, the more that His peace is abiding in me. And my faith is deeper now than when I first believed. Though the path where He leads me may not be easy, sometimes I don't understand. Oh, I just have to say, this is the only life for me. Oh, I'm here to say, this is the only life for me.
Well, at 2:30, we have our Recovery Unplugged podcast with Dr. Lynn Johns and Chaplain Juan Mendez. We have been serving men and now women who struggle with addiction. We're in our 124th year. And one of the things that COVID has done is there have been a lot of support groups that were closed down. Some of them are able to do virtual. Some of them are still doing hybrid. But if you're listening to the podcast today and you can use a boost in your walk with the Lord, in your journey with recovery, Juan and Lynn are doing a great job. That podcast airs today at 2:30, and then we'll rebroadcast tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. I want to encourage you to check it out. These next couple weeks, we don't have anything going on. Like, there's no events. And so our guest services department put together a little fall getaway weekend package. If you'd like to get away with your family, enjoy the color here at America's Keswick, there'll be some limited activities. It's a great price. Your meals are included. You can call guest services 1-800-453-7942 or visit our website www.americaskeswick.org. Hey, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Worship Live at 1:30. God bless.